Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. Tonight I would like to continue on this very detailed picture. This is again from World of Animals coloring book by Sunlife Drawing. I expect this to probably be another couple parts long because I don't anticipate getting this done and completed all in one more color and chat. So I do suspect that there will be a part 3 and part 4. So again, I'm going to be using my Sharpie and Amazon Basic fine points and ultra fine, and my Crayola what are they called, fine tips, fine point, these guys, which do have the color name on, and I really like that. And they have an in-between point, which is what I like too. So I think they're called the Crayola Fine Tips. We'll be using the Shuttle Art fine liners, and finally the Chromatech glitter gel pens, and I'll link all of these supplies and this book down below again. So let's get back to this picture, and where should we start? Why don't we go ahead and do this bush in through here, and let's see, let's do Galaxy Green if I can find it. What does Argyle Green look like? Yeah, we can do that. All right. So how is everybody doing? Make sure I got my, there we go. Hope everybody's doing okay. It is a Wednesday night. I had wanted to start this a little bit earlier, I should say, because it is now 9 o'clock already at night, but for some reason my blood sugar had dropped and I was extremely shaky. So it didn't really pay to try to come on and color when I was like that. So wouldn't look too good. I have a problem sometimes staying in the line the way it is, especially with alcohol markers. But the alcohol markers just cover so nice, especially in the bigger areas, as you are aware. Let me zoom you in. Forgot about that. All right, is that good? I apologize, I gotta have my picture kind of turned at an angle. Hopefully you guys are just coloring along or diamond painting as I talk here. So I had a little bit to eat and had just one little handful of candy, and that brought my sugar back up. So all is good again. Took a while to come back up this time. Usually it's really fast after I have something, but this time it took a while, a good half hour. Don't typically take that long, but that's okay. We're at it now, and I do have my grandson Jaden here again overnight. He's off on spring break and wanted to stay over a second night this week by Grandma's. So, and I said I would prefer tonight versus tomorrow night because I typically don't have them on Fridays. And so Fridays is kind of my day to myself, and I go get groceries and do my errands. So, and then I like to get a bunch of recording done as much as I can, anyhow, on Fridays and Saturdays. And I am trying to get some, as I mentioned in the past, try to get some videos made ahead of time so that I can release them on the weekend and work more on my diamond painting for Maddie's birthday, the Minnie Mouse one. I can tell I haven't been diamond painting as much because when I diamond paint for just a short period of time, I don't know what it is. Right where the pen hits in through here as I'm diamond painting, that gets really sore. It hurts like crazy in this little ditch in your finger here. Oh, and I mean, I used to be able to diamond paint for hours on the weekend. And yeah, I don't know. My finger got so sore last weekend when I was diamond painting. I diamond painted for maybe an hour and I had to quit. Between that and I have problems with my lower back, so between my finger hurting and my back hurt, I was hurting. So I couldn't diamond paint real long. I don't know if some of that has to do with, you know, sitting here and coloring at my desk, which I am not used to, and I kind of sit forward a little bit here when I color, and typically I'm coloring in my recliner. I don't have it reclined out. It's a rock recliner, a big one, comfy one, and I love coloring in that thing. I'm nice and comfortable. But I color in a much different position than what I do over here. So I don't know if that, you know, bothers my back a little bit too, because I sit forward in my chair here, and so I don't have really much back support as I color, which is what I kind of need. But if I sit back, I wouldn't be able to color. I'm used to coloring in my lap, which I know some of you would never be able to do. I've heard that from you. Okay. I didn't get any response from you guys as far as what the heck this is. So I'm going to ask again, what is this thing in here? I don't know. And now what is this? Oh, that's another pillow. Okay. So we'll color the pillow that color again. Let's see, was it, I guess it doesn't have to be the same. We will color it aqua. A little bit darker shade than the others. So we'll see how far we get on this tonight. I probably will have to pause for a little bit and get Jaden into bed so that he's not too crabby for me tomorrow. Last time he was here, I didn't realize how late it was getting, and so he was up kind of a little bit later than he should have been. And then I'm just not used to him being here, so in the morning when I got up with Bella, I wasn't particularly quiet and kind of woke him up. Oops. Okay, let's color the outside of that clock. Where's my, let's get out a Crayola. And we will color this red. So yes, it is hump day. I'm gonna try to get this up, well, if possible, maybe yet tonight, otherwise in the morning. And I think we'll leave that clock face. Well, maybe we can put a light gray on it. Let me see what we have for a gray. Let me get my scratch piece of paper. I hope I don't get in the way too much. I have to have my supplies all around me, and I have some that are right up in front of me, so if I have to go in front of the camera a little bit with my arm, I apologize. All right, where are my grays? Two. And I got markers falling all over the place here. Hum-de-dum. Well, I guess we'll take one of my shuttle arts, because I know there's some really light grays in here. Yeah, we'll use this. Still a little shaky, as you can tell, but it's not near what it was. I was trying to write some things down on a piece of paper, and I couldn't even hardly do that, so. Okay, that was a little bit darker than what I wanted, but that's okay. I am not going to even pretend to think this is going to be a big masterpiece, so. Alrighty, let's do this ball. I think we will do blue lines in here, so I'm gonna get my shuttle arts out again. Let's do it dark lines. Am I still on camera? Not hardly. Hope my head doesn't get in the way here. Okay. This light is kind of flickering, isn't it? Let me see how it looks without it. Yeah, that's fine without it. It's a little bit dark over here for me, but I would rather it look better for you guys. Oh. All right, what should we do for the other color stripe? Let's see, let's do a light purple. I guess that's not too light, is it? That kind of just blends together. Oh, well. It is what it is, isn't it? And then let me see how light this is. Out of the Crayolas. Yes, we will color this bowl light blue then to match the cups. I am hoping to get this picture done shortly because I have that other book that was sent to me, and I did do a flip through of it. What was it called again? This one, Cute Pets and Animals by Draw Tinsel. So I do want to shortly do a picture out of that too, so I can kind of do a review. Let's put some blue in these thermoses too. Guess this is the wrong kind of picture to do when you're shaky, and so All right, let's leave that out in case we need that again. And we'll make the rest of it that light gray again. I'm gonna try to go even one lighter though. I still get a kick out of that cat's face. He looks kind of ridiculous. Oh well. He was eating something very messy at the picnic. Maybe there was chocolate pie or something. And Mom and Dad didn't get to clean them up yet. Kind of like when Maddie eats sometimes. Oh, let's color this. Yeah, I really don't know what the heck that is. Like I said, is it like... It just doesn't look like napkins. You would think that there would be napkins in the picnic basket, but... Or, oh, maybe that's... No, it's not a tablecloth because they got the blanket here. I don't know. But seeing as how we are around that area, I guess I'm not going to wait to hear from you guys. I'm just going to color it in something because I would like to get this part at least of the picture done. So I'll only have the very top part left to do. Let's color this basket. I want to get some of these smaller items done first. And then after I get all these little things colored in, I can do the blanket, which will help to finish off this part of the picture. Oh, it's going to blend right into the kitty's tail, isn't it? You really can tell that these colors are not thought out ahead of time. What was your first clue? This is called Orion Orange, but works really nice as a pretty brown. And I think as long as I have it out, I think I'm going to color this tree over here too. Because this would be a pretty color for the tree. I'm not quite sure what color I'm going to color the other one. Some shade of brown, I'm sure. Don't want to make it purple or anything. Although we can, right? We're the boss of our coloring books. Last time I was coloring on this picture, I think it's when the part that you'd never seen, when I was doing all the grass, the Sharpie smell was getting so overwhelming with that green. I don't know what it was, but my eyes burned so bad. I don't know if it was from the Sharpie or if it was just something else. But, yeah. These Sharpies definitely have a strong odor when you compare them to other alcohol markers. I don't have, you know, near the problem with other alcohol markers like I do with Sharpies. There's just some distinct smell to Sharpies, and I know there are a number of people who cannot use Sharpies at all because of that. So that is one of the questions that I do get periodically when I show some other alcohol markers is, do they have, you know, a strong odor to them? And most of the other markers don't. It's just these guys. I mean, yeah, you can tell they're alcohol markers. There's no doubt about that. But typically, not real bad. So we probably will go, well, I guess it'll depend how far I get tonight. Like I said, I want to get about halfway through the remaining part of this picture so that it is only 2 more parts. Isn't that a pretty brown? I like that. Even though it's called orange. I guess it could be a deep orange. Now this just looks like twine up here, so I think I can just color over the top. And let's come down from up here. And we're just gonna go up as far as we can. Sunlife Drawing is sending me a copy of their next book that is coming out. They have a few coming down the pike in the not too distant future. And where is my little piece of paper that I wrote this stuff down on? Let me see. Sorry for the arm in your way. Huh, I don't know where my little piece of paper went. One moment as I go search. All right, I am back. It is called, or will be called, no, it is called Mystery Quest, Color by Number. So, I'm not exactly sure what that will exactly look like. I'm assuming it will be like their other quest books, which I really like, so I am looking forward to receiving that. And I will be doing a flip and then a color and chat out of that. There we go. We got the tree done. I think I'll leave this out in case I need that for something else. Matter of fact, we can maybe do this basket in that color too. Let me take a sip here. And I know I'm going to want to do the Japanese lanterns in a bright orange because that's typically what they are. Wonder if I should get the ultra fine out if I can find it. Tangerine, that's not it. Meow. I probably won't be able to find it quickly, will I? Of course not. I love the names of these Sharpies. Leg Warmer Orange. You really got some funny names on some of these. I'm not finding it. Well, I guess we will not use the ultra fine, because I don't see it. I'm sure if I took an hour and dug through this, I don't want to make you guys wait for that. Yeah, that's just orange. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. Alrighty. So Bob still has not been feeling real well. I'm just gonna go over the handles. He stayed home from work again today. And, oh, there's a handle there. Let's quick do that. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. I said, you know, the intestinal flu would not last a week and a half. I wouldn't think. Have you ever heard of the flu lasting that long? I certainly haven't. He went into the walk-in last Saturday, and because his throat was so sore and his ear was really bothering him just on the right side, and then it was even into like his eyes, like when you get a cold in your eyes and you just kind of hurt and kind of burn and stuff. So I finally talked him into going to the walk-in, and they told him that he had an ear infection. And I'm like, well, that can't have anything to do with your intestinal problems. And so I don't know, because that's what he was having issues with again last night. And you can just hear his stomach as he, especially after he eats. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, he gets wore out, and that's just typically not him. And I was off camera that whole while. Good heavens, I'm sorry. Get talking and coloring, and I don't even pay attention. All right. Okay. Let's do the straps and stuff in a darker brown. Anybody have any big plans for the weekend? I don't, but that's okay. I like just having not much to do, and I can, you know, work on, I'm just going to color this a light color like the cuties are. Because again, I have no idea what it is. I like having no plans. I like having my days open to do what I want, stay home and diamond paint, make videos, clean house. You know, gotta do some of that adult stuff. Always got to decide what big meal I'm making on the weekend. So for this next week, I think I'm going to make us some meatloaf and cheesy potatoes, cheesy hash browns. Got the blue cup, so I'll have pink plates. That makes sense, huh? Oh well. This picture is not going to all make sense, that's for sure. Okay, he is carrying, I don't know what that is either. Maybe it's a pizza box? That's what it looks like to me. So, we're going to make that a darker brown too. I think I will make that the same brown then. I've never seen a pizza box carried in whatever he's carrying it in. A towel of some sort, maybe. But what color should we make that? I think we're going to use this pink and color this in, if it's a towel or something coming out of there. Okay, so what color should we color that then? Maybe we'll color it the same. Came from the same place. So yeah, tomorrow is Thursday, so it's the last day of the week to have the kids. And then I have those 3 days off, and those 3 days go so fast. Told Bob, I says, I swear that the time speeds up, like double-fold. Why is it the weekend goes so much faster than the week, right? For those of you who work also. Okay, we have most of the little detail done in here. So I think we're going to go ahead and color this in. I would like to color it, let's see, electric pink. Let me see if I can find that. What is number 7? On the Amazon Basics, no. What is this? I don't really want that. I want a light. Oh, this will work. This is an Amazon Basic marker, which I do like these too. They are identical to Sharpies, but much cheaper. So if a color is running out, you can, you know, just buy a set, another set, and they're pretty economical. And so far, they seem to last quite a while. I haven't colored, you know, a ton with them, but they are extremely juicy. Which is nice, but then you got to keep in mind that the juicier the marker, the more that it bleeds too. I had to look at the clock. It's like, okay, I thought I hit record again. And at first it looked like the timer wasn't counting, and I'm like, oh God, you think, you mean I was doing all this and I wasn't recording it? But no, it's recording. You know, I swear this picture was just not meant to be. I have had more recording problems with this particular picture than I think anything I've ever had before. The first part, the file got corrupted or something. Part 2 is absolutely horrendous as far as the video quality, especially by the time I got to the end. it's like it kept getting worse and worse and worse throughout the video. And by the time I got to the end of the video, it was like, geez, almost in X-ray mode. It was so bad. And I appreciate the fact that I did not get any bad comments on it. And that's why I wanted to say up front, I realized, you know, how bad it was, but that I still wanted to put it up. And I didn't have anybody comment that they thought, no, it should be taken down. I really didn't get many comments on that video at all, and it's no wonder. Although I only got one response back about if anybody would want that diamond painting. Not diamond painting. That oil paint by number kit that I have. That I won from AliExpress, and I applied for it thinking it was a diamond painting, and then I win it, naturally. And here it's an oil paint by number. So that is not something I do, and I thought maybe if I had enough people interested that I could have just a real quick giveaway for that, but I only had one person say that they would be interested in it, so I don't know. I guess let me know again in this video if you would like a giveaway for that or not. Gosh, and I'm off. Oh, boy. I am so sorry. Hopefully everybody is coloring on your own thing and you're not actually watching this. But I guess it does happen, doesn't it? As I watch everybody else's color and chats, it's like, it always seems to happen. You know, if you're not glancing up at what you're recording and you're just going along coloring like you're used to when you're coloring and not recording, it kind of gets away from you and you don't realize. Especially when you're zoomed in. You know, it's one thing if you're zoomed out and you can pretty much see the whole picture, but that's not good for, you know, if you want to actually see what I'm coloring. So yeah, when you're zoomed in more, you gotta move the book around more, which again, because I have so many coloring materials around me, or supplies I should say, it's also harder to do. I don't typically have this many coloring supplies out at one time. I just thought it would be neat to use a variety of different mediums on this picture because of the detail. But maybe that wasn't such a good idea. I've been getting really good response back from you guys in regard to the flip throughs I've been doing. And I appreciate that. I also have to mention that I do appreciate the fact that I got quite a number of new subscribers over the past, boy, even just the past week. I got quite a few, and I so appreciate that. I think this is part of the blanket. I think today I hit like 1,200 subscribers. It just It blew my mind when I looked at that today. I'm like, holy cow, that's awesome. I think we're gonna do the teepee in this light brown also, if I can find it. Here it is. So yeah, I mean, my subscriber count is going up so fast, and if you are one of my newer subscribers, welcome to the channel. I hope you are enjoying the videos, and that goes same is true for my existing subscribers, the ones that have been with me for a while. I hope you are still enjoying the videos. I have many things on my to-do list. I do have a few outstanding requests from you. And again, I love getting requests in from you guys. So I try to get to those in a timely fashion, especially if it's one where I really don't need to do a lot of research or a lot of setup for, because then I can get to them much easier, and you know, they're not so hard and time consuming to do. But so yeah, there's, I mean, one outstanding one I've had for a while is working with the pan pastels, and I apologize to that individual who had asked about them. I just have not been able to get around to them yet. Let's see, I guess the inside of the teepee would be the same color, wouldn't it? My daughter works, my oldest daughter, Tanya, works in a, it's not just a sewing place, it's where they sew canvases and stuff like that. Heavy duty, like awnings and, you know, stuff like that. And they got this project in. She is a scout leader for the Boy Scouts. And so she recognized these tents that came in. And so they have to repair all of these tents. Oh, they are torn so bad. She says they are just the dickens to repair. And so, yeah, that project took her quite a while. And let's do this ladder in another brown. Let's see, what do I have over here? Just the tan and the dark brown. So let's do one of the shuttle arts. How about leather 88? It's a little bit of a lighter brown. And again, I had mentioned it in, I believe, the last video, that I found when you're coloring with these fine liners, and I'm sure the same is true for all fine liners, that the lighter you can color with these, the better. So I am barely touching the paper, because then it doesn't, I don't know if it's like, it's not like you rip up the paper, because you don't. But you don't, I don't think, go into the tooth quite as bad. And it just, they seem to color better that way. So So just a little tip for you guys who do color with fine liners. If you want to try, you know, if you're having a problem with them, if you try coloring lighter on your paper, it seems to help. And fine liners do work great in this book. But as you can see, with coloring lightly with them, it seems to glide on much nicer. And I wouldn't have known that either until I did my swatch chart and just kind of discovered it. And it's probably a number of you out there that are like, well, duh, I knew that. And I guess I'm just late to the party. So, how is the weather in your neck of the woods? It was just gorgeous here today. We were in the mid-50s. Woohoo! Our snow is melting fast. We can actually start to see some of our sidewalk again. That is amazing considering how many feet of snow that those were buried under. I still don't have a front sidewalk in front of the house either. There was no way that Bob could keep that sidewalk open. There just, you know, there was so much snow to snow blow throughout the winter from the driveway that he had to just cover up the sidewalk in front of the house. There just was nowhere else to go with all that snow. See lots of people out walking their dogs. Robins are just going crazy. And now tonight when I took Bella out, I heard geese flying back. It's like, yes, spring has sprung. Yay. The robins are here. You get up in the morning and the birds are just tweeting away out there. I don't want to use this dark brown for this tree because it's just going to cover up everything. So I don't know. And it's too big of an area to use the fine liners. Maybe we'll make it a sparkly tree and I will use my gel pens. Let's see. Let's see what this color looks like. Whoops. Sorry, guys. I was peeking my head underneath. Not sure I like that color. Let's see what this other one is. Of course, I don't know. Yeah, that one I like. We'll see how this works with me coloring at night. I hope this isn't going to be too shiny for you guys and blind you. So we'll have a sparkly tree. I can't decide if that other book that I'm going to color out of next. Oh, this is pretty dark too, isn't it? Oh, well. If I'm going to use alcohol marker in there or if I'm going to use gel pen. I'm leaning towards alcohol marker. That should go nice and quick. And with the animals in there and stuff, I think that the alcohol markers would work better. So, I am thinking of using my newer Limoges markers in there and play around with them a little more. Haven't colored a whole lot with them yet. Of course, I haven't had them real long either. Is my hand in the way? Probably. Let me see on this clock what time it is. Still haven't gotten, oh yeah, it's 10. I am going to have to pause. This is a good place to stop, and I will be right back. I'm going to get Jaden in bed. One moment. Alrighty, I am back. He gets to watch half hour of video while he's in bed, so gotta kind of watch the time and go get that from him, because otherwise you know what would happen. He's not gonna put it down. What kid would, right? He'd say, but Grandma, you didn't come in and get it. No. I didn't. So, yeah, in a half hour I'll just quick pause for a little bit and go tuck him in and go get the iPad, plug it in for tomorrow. It was kind of cute. I had my other grandson, Connor, again today too, and he is being homeschooled now for reasons I will not go into, but his mom was mad because the day before when he was here, he did not do his homework, which he had gotten all his books in for the homeschooling part. So he had a number of pages that he was supposed to do, I guess, and he totally forgot about it. So Mom locked all the games on his phone, because he has to have a phone. He is diabetic, so he has what's called the Dexcom, which is an implanted thing into his arm, and it takes a constant reading of his blood sugar, and then that information is transmitted via an app to Mom's phone. So she can keep track of what his blood sugar is throughout the day. So he has to have his phone on him at all times. And of course, on that phone, he has games too. What kid wouldn't, right? And so, yeah, he had all his games locked. So he was not a happy camper. But I guess he had nobody to blame but himself, and I think he knew that. So today, when he got here, because he gets here at 6:30 in the morning, and Jaden and Maddie don't get here till 9:30, so he had like 3 hours before they got here, and he knew he was going to be wanting to play with Jaden. They always play Xbox when they're both here, or Minecraft on the iPads. And so he figured he had 3 hours to quick get his homework done, and he wouldn't have to worry about it then. And I said, that is an awesome idea. And so, yeah, he had gotten all of his homework done in maybe 45 minutes. So then it was all done for the day, and he didn't have to worry about it. So I said, that was smart thinking. Get it done and over with. I wish more kids would think that way instead of procrastinating and putting it off and then whining about it because the parent has to get after them all the time. Get your homework done. Get your homework done. I remember when my kids were little. Gotta keep at them to get their homework done. As you can see, when I color with gel pen, I don't go around in the circles like I know a lot of other people do. I just go straight up and down. I guess I always have, because I always color my patterns and designs, mandalas, a lot. When I color them with gel pens, a lot of times there's, you know, straight lines and stuff in the designs that I color. And so, yeah, I would just color straight up and down, and I guess because I got used to that, I just always color straight up and down. And I guess because I do that, it does leave some lines that you can see, I guess, when where they overlap a little. Kind of like what you see with watercolor markers. Water-based markers, I should say. Seems like those two terms should be interchangeable, but they're not. They're definitely different types of markers. Let's go around this little butterfly. Couldn't tell if these little guys were supposed to be butterflies or fireflies, because I see over here they have a firefly, or like we like to call them around here, lightning bugs. I see they have one in a jar over there, so maybe these were supposed to be fireflies or lightning bugs, but they're butterflies now. Typically, lightning bugs are not out till nighttime, so maybe it's a butterfly they have in there. I can remember as kids, we'd always go out in the field. I lived out in the country, grew up out in the country, and as kids, we'd go catch lightning bugs and put them in jars too. That's why I was thinking that was a lightning bug over there, because that's what we would always do. And then we'd have to, we'd put them in a glass jar. It would be a canning jar. So then Mom would give us one of the metal tops and a ring to put around the top, and we'd, with a knife, punch holes in the lid so that they could breathe. And then typically by morning they were dead. We'd always be so sad, but it didn't keep us from catching more. Goofy kids. Yeah, lightning bugs, once you catch them, they don't last real long. We always thought it was so cool, though, if you got some of their, I don't know what you'd call it, their stuff that lights up on your hands, and you could see your fingers or your hands glow. The things you remember sometimes from your childhood, right? Okay, let's get up here and do the upper part of the tree. Now, how far out does this go? Is this all nope, that's the lantern. So I'm assuming this is part of the tree. Let's see, over to here. See, with this book laying down flat, it's not quite as bad as some of my design books, my pattern books. Some of those get practically impossible to get up into the, as some people call it, the ditch of the book. The spine of the book, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, this one isn't near as bad. But at the same time, it would be nice if, you know, they didn't have it go right into the spine. Okay, that must be leaves up in here, huh? I always say that like I'm gonna hear answers back from you guys. Can't tell if that's supposed to be a branch. We're gonna say it's all part of the tree. So yeah, we're gonna have a nice sparkly tree here. Maybe it's shimmering in the sunlight. Never heard of a tree shimmering, but this one is going to. Because I just didn't have a decent brown to color it in with other than the fine liner. Well, this must be a branch coming out too. And this. Okay. Any more trees? I don't think so. Okay, that should be it. Now, what to do next? Oh yeah, there is more of the tree over here. I think we'll do the Japanese lanterns next. This is actually going faster than I thought it was going to. This upper part, not quite as detailed as down here. So yeah, let's get out a bright orange. And what on my color chart? Leg warmer orange. I was just talking about that before, wasn't I? That's peach. And that's an Amazon Basic. That might work though. Let's see. Nope, too bright. Optic orange. That might work. It'll be a little bit dark until it dries because of having the black background. And that's, you know, one thing to keep in mind too when you color any picture with alcohol markers that has the black background or black backing, is that they definitely will be dark, you know, darker than normal until they dry. So I hope these do lighten up a little bit. I wanted them a little bit brighter orange than this. But that should work okay. Let's do this one. You know, I think those Amazon Basics are quite a bit juicier than these Sharpies. They really seem to have a lot of ink in them. And I learned about those on Anne's channel. Amazon Basics, I didn't realize they have so many products. I mean, they got everything. I think I said in the last color and chat on here that I had been in contact with Chromatech about their glitter gel pens that are my absolute favorite because of the numbers being on there, so you can find your refill so fast. And I had asked them about their 50 set not being available and if it was going to be available again in the near future. And they said yes, that they should be out within the next few weeks. They'll be getting more supplies in. And then they asked if I wanted to review their, they have 2 sets of, they are watercolor brush pens, and asked if I would be interested in reviewing the big set. I think it's 52 colors, and I think they have a 28 set. There's a bigger one and a smaller set. So I will be getting those, and we will swatch them out and color a picture with those too. And I would eventually like to do a comparison video where I compare those and also the, or against, I should say, the Arteza watercolor brush pens, because I have those too, and the Zigs, because I have those too. So it would be interesting. Now, price-wise, I would hope that the Zigs perform the best, but you never know, right? And I would be really curious to see which one would perform better out of the other 2, the Artezas versus the Chromatech, and just see which one has, you know, number 1, the nicer colors, but number 2, and probably most important, how do they blend out with water, and do they dissolve real well with water, or can you still see the, you know, the streak marks from where you laid down the color, things like that. Okay, there's our Japanese lanterns. Did I get them all? I think so. All right, so let's do this shrub, and I'm going to do it in a, let's see, I think that's the same green, and then we'll do the grass, this bright green again. And we are up over an hour now, so we'll see how much more we get done of this picture before I call it a night, and then be able to finish it up in the next video. I don't anticipate the next video being, maybe not being quite as long, because this top part, like I said, is going faster than the bottom. There are bigger areas to color. There's still some details too, that's for sure. We have these little buildings up here to do, and all the trees back here, which I'm going to do the same color as these. So maybe we'll go ahead and do those right away, but I think I'm going to see if I can find the ultrafine to do those, because they're much smaller up there. Well, I can still hear the news is on, so it hasn't been a half an hour yet. See, oh, the smell of these Sharpies. And boy, I don't remember the Sharpies ever bothering me like this before. I don't know what it is now. Okay. Make sure I'm still coloring the bush here. And then we do have the two kitties, the mom and dad, to color in yet. I think we'll leave that for next time. Maybe I'll record the rest of this in the morning, and then we'll have it done. Not sure what these little things are supposed to be, but I think I'm just gonna leave them as part of the grass. Okay, yeah, let's see if I can find this Argyle green in the, here we go again, in the, boy, that was quick, huh? Wowzy, wowzy. Okay, let's start here then, and work our way over. I have to do them flags. And seeing as how April is coming up in a hurry, which I can't believe. It's like, where did March go? Donna and I, from Color with Donna, are going to be doing a collab in the month of April. And we are going to be coloring out of the Dover Spark books. And I know I did, or I believe I did in a previous video, flip throughs of some newer Spark books that I had gotten. I had a couple, I think I had 2 Spark books, but I wanted a few more for this color along. So these, you know, the Spark books are kind of geared towards children, but yet some of them have, you know, more detail to them, where the, you know, I guess depending on the age of the child, but they're really cute. And in particular, I liked the 2 that I had gotten. They were, one was a butterfly book. Yep. Quickly. Okay. And the other one I got, yeah, butterflies and mandalas. So I will definitely be coloring out of those 2. And I can't remember the other ones I had all gotten. I think I bought like, was it 3 other ones? 3 or 4. So I should have a number of them to color out of next month. Now, of course, I will be doing other videos. They won't all be the Spark books. I have too many other videos lined up. But I will be doing a lot out of those books, so that should be fun. I am looking forward to it. And I know Donna just loves the Spark books. She had a real hard time knowing this color along was coming up. She didn't want to color out of her spark books until April when we started this up, and she said it was just about killing her. She has colored out of those spark books a number of times in the past, and yeah, she had a good time with them. Like I said, they have some really cute pictures in them, even though they are kind of geared more towards children. But I see quite a few people that buy children's coloring books, especially ones like Disney ones, or, you know, those type of themed books. See a lot of people buying them. And just because they're children's books doesn't mean that they don't have some cute pictures. Even if it's, you know, books that you want to maybe practice skin tones out of, or practice blending with your markers or pencils or what have you. Oh, I can hear Bob getting up. Oh, Bella wants to go in by him. So, yeah. When he works the next day, we can't have, no, not yet. Why?
She wants to come in.
Oh, well, I can come in and get her later and take her out once more. Okay. Let Bella in by him for a little while. But I typically have to take her out potty once more tonight, and then she sleeps with me when he has to get up and go to work. But she can sleep with him for a little while. He had got up to go to the bathroom, and there's Bella saying, I want to come in. On the weekends, she typically sleeps with him then. During the week is with Mom, weekends is with Dad. It's almost like shared custody or something, huh? Well, we have heard the old adage that, you know, our dogs are like our children, and so, which they are, definitely. Especially hear that from couples that don't have children, and they really spoil their dogs or get super attached to their animals. We all do, though. Those of us who have pets. It's so easy, if you're an animal lover, to just fall head over heels in love with your pet instantly. Alrighty, almost done with the trees too. Oh, I like how that's looking. It's starting to come together. Am I still on camera? Okay. I thought, oops, did it again. Jaden had to quick get up and get a snack, so I said it's got to be something fast. So he grabbed a banana. I said, that's fine. You can have a banana. Something that's, whoops, that wasn't part of the trees, was it? It is now. We'll just bring it down like, yeah, it's all going to be tree now. We improvise as we go. this as part of a tree. And I think the news went off, so I will have to quickly pause again and go get that iPad, get him tucked in. And then we will color for a little while on this yet. Alrighty, yeah, that looks nice in the background, doesn't it? I like that. Alrighty, I am going to go get him tucked in, and I will be right back. One moment. Alrighty, I am back once again. I think all we're going to do then for the rest of this video is I'm going to color in the flags, and then I think we will stop for tonight and we'll color the kitties in, and the rest of the, well, that's probably it, the kitties and this, and then we just have the grass, sky, the buildings to do, and we will be done. So what color to do the flags? How about red? Let's bring red back into the picture. And I think I'll use this. Yeah, this Amazon Basic. And let's start way over here. And then maybe we'll put a dark blue dot or something in the middle for the dot. And I think I'll do that as I go along, so that I don't have to shift the page back and forth too much on you. So what color should we do for that? Let's take this one. And let's do these. Okay. Let's go to the next flags. Bring in some more red in the picture. I'm not sure why they have flags out, but they go all out for their picnics. One more flag here. Oh, we'll do these up here too. And then we'll go to the other side. Okay. Put our dots in. And I see there's a rope here to it, so we'll make that blue. Okay, well, let's go to the other side. Am I going to be able to get these all on camera? Yeah. Okay. And go ahead and do these, and we will be done for tonight. So yeah, we won't have too much left for this picture. These definitely are not pictures you can just sit down and color in one coloring session. Sometimes I don't mind, you know, details like this, and then other times I'm like, oh, nope, don't feel like details. I've, to just sit and relax lately, I've been coloring out of this one design coloring book. I think I'm on the 3rd one in that book with my glitter gel pens, of course. All right, let's finish it up with the blue. Whoop. And it looks like we have more twine up here. Okay. Oh, there we go. Alrighty, because yeah, there's a lot of grass in here. That won't take long. So yeah, just mainly the kitties and the buildings. So, and then some sky. So yeah, it should not take too long for the last session on this picture. So let's zoom back out, see what it looks like. Look at all the colors in there. And yeah, this grass, like I said in the last video, turned out quite a bit brighter than what I wanted it to, but oh well, it's nice spring grass like we should hopefully be seeing around here shortly. Sure hope so anyhow. So, okay, we will leave it here. It is about an hour and a half, so I think the next session, the last part of this video should, I would think, probably only be an hour or so, maybe less. So I again hope everybody had a terrific day today. Hump day is now over. I'm going to edit this, render it. Probably won't be able to get it uploaded and published yet tonight anymore onto YouTube because that's a few hours of processing. So, but hopefully in the morning I will have this up. So, I guess all I have left to say is if you like this video, give it that thumbs up and please subscribe if you are new to my channel, and happy coloring.